DIECAST NORBZ is a channel devoted to the teen to adult toy collector, pop culture fans, and fellow nerd enthusiasts. This is a PG-13 channel. I might say some what? Viewer and parental discretion is advised. Hello to everyone out there in the entire universe, and it is grand to be here once again with all of you. It is time for DIECAST NORBZ Galactic Hooligan. Today, I'm actually here to unveil to you the last of what I actually got, which is probably one of the holiest grails that I actually got from TFCON 2023 over in Orlando, and that was this guy right over here. If you don't know him, he is Transformers Cybertron MUDFLAP. I love this guy so much. Now, Rodimus Primal was the one who actually sold him to me and everything, and he was also having a bunch of figures that he was actually unloading. I should have actually thought about unloading a few figures myself and everything like that, but he actually unloaded quite a bit of booty and everything like that, and there was treasure for everyone out there. There was drinks, there was fun, there was talking, there was banter, and then there were all the glorious figures that he actually had out there and everything like that, and it was wonderful to see. And added on to the mirth that was actually Transformers Con 2023, but this is the guy that I actually picked up. I've always wanted one of these, and Rodimus Primal actually just decided that this guy was actually going to be in my hands and everything. Love this guy as much as Bert the Stormtrooper. Actually love that sideswipe that he actually got. Well, that sideswipe is actually just like the ring. It's evil, just keeps on growing and growing. But this guy over here, pure gold. Now I know a lot of you are actually probably not going to be into this guy or anything like that. Maybe not. Maybe you guys actually are, if you're actually looking for a good quality toy and everything. I know when I was actually picking this up, Deluxe was actually kind of looking at me in chagrin. Deluxe Baldwin was looking at me in chagrin going, but to this I was just like, this guy actually makes me so happy. This blue is everything. Everything about this actually says quality. And it's amazing what you could have actually gotten back in 2005. This was actually 20 bucks back in 2005. And I'm going to show you everything that this guy actually does. Welcome to the show. If you haven't already, please hit the like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Share me around like a blunt. And welcome to the show. Permit me to entertain you for a little while as we actually go into MUDFLAP in style. All right. Let's get over to the review table. And here he is. It's time to spend some time with the bot of the hour. It is MUDFLAP, coming in from the Transformers Cybertron line. He is a really awesome figure altogether and everything. He is a crane truck and comes with these two pieces right over here, which will actually be his Cyberplanet key and his missile, which is actually done in a clear plastic right over here. It's really cool, and I love the fact that they actually did this in a denser plastic. Back then they actually made things that would actually make kids poke their eyes out, but we liked it and it was great, you know? And then here goes MUDFLAP over here, and he looks amazing. From the beginning of his cab to the end of his whole entire exterior, he says nothing but well-built truck to me right over here. He is light blue, he is green, he is cream, he is all the colors right over here. He is really official. One thing that I actually have on my version of this guy is that his crane needs a little bit of work right over here. He actually has a little bit of bend that I have not been able to fix whatsoever. I'm actually going to have to try different heating methods to actually go through that. You notice a spring right over here. I'll show you what that does in a little while. But let's go back over here. He's such a solid figure. Like, if you actually hold this guy, he's such a solid figure all the way through him and everything. And he's actually pretty long also and everything. This is really a solid construction vehicle right over here. And this is what we actually had back in 2005, which it like literally is not like such a huge leap from where we actually are today and everything. Given today's prices and everything like that, and the thing with oil and that sort of thing, I'm not exactly sure why Hasbro actually dropped a lot in their quality or anything like that, but you can tell right here that they were actually thinking about quality all the way through, including this. This is actually something I love seeing, where you actually have like the clear plastic playing a part in something that's not viable to the construction of the vehicle itself, and they actually leave that to like all the opaque plastic all around and everything like that. What this actually does, it goes into highlights of the vehicle, highlights that could actually be done for the windows and for that sort of thing right there. And I think I love this use of clear plastic more than anything else. When it actually becomes like a part of the body or a part of the joints that actually helps in like keeping it constructed correctly, I think that they actually may have lost they really might have actually lost the ball and everything like that when it comes down to that. But this guy is fanatically amazing, even down to like the painted details right over here with the cabling and that sort of thing. Just really stupendous. There goes his Decepticon symbol right over here. Let's give you a couple of comparisons. And in these comparisons, you're actually going to see a stark difference between what $20 used to buy us back then and what $20 actually buys us, or $25 to $30 actually buys us now. So now we're actually going to start off the comparison with Transformers Kingdom Pipes, which is actually $25 right now and everything. And this actually kind of like really is, I mean, to be fair, this is actually a smaller deluxe and everything like that, but I'm actually just going by like the window base and that sort of thing. So at least over here, we actually have a good quality issue over here, where the clear plastic right over here is actually on the inside of the exterior right over here, which is nice. And this was actually kind of like one of the things that I thought was actually great about this was the fact that they actually thought about having like this whole entire piece right over here not being clear plastic where it could actually be easily breakable, but having it as an accent to what is actually essentially a truck. Transformers Kingdom Trailbreaker over here, or where is it Legacy? I think it could have actually been Legacy, it could have actually been Kingdom, but like around here is where you'll actually see the degradation of like of what they actually had before and everything. This is actually all clear plastic, painted plastic. This is actually all clear painted plastic also. And this, no, that's actually opaque plastic over there. But that actually plays a major part of the body and everything like that. And is it well constructed? Not necessarily, because they're like, it's a good design figure, but at the same time, it actually misses out on being able to be as stabilized as it actually should be. The paint is actually excellent. Everything else is actually pretty excellent on it, but it's actually hollow as can actually be compared to what we actually have over here with MUDFLAP. And the paint quality is, although great, it doesn't hide the fact that it's actually going to maybe over time give you a little bit of trouble with the breakage and everything like that. I don't really feel as though they actually think longevity whenever it actually comes down to figures today or anything like that. So that's actually kind of a shame. Transformers Reveal the Shield Grapple. What a quality figure this actually is. Again, I think this was actually $30 back then and everything, and still actually maintains amazing quality all the way through. And you can actually notice that by the fact that they actually treat this piece right over here, this clear piece, as a separate piece altogether and everything, and the rest of it is actually held on by solid opaque plastic, and it's actually really great with what they actually did with it. Was it designed the best? Not necessarily, but it was actually great. It was sturdy. It was everything a toy should actually be. Which brings us down to Hauler, Road Hauler, that is. And this is the Transformers or Transformers Legacy Evolution Velocitron 500 Road Hauler right over here. And you can actually see by like the sizing and everything like that, like this is actually supposed to be $35 and everything like that in the stores. This was $20. The quality that actually came out of this was stupendous as compared to these guys and everything like that. This guy actually definitely takes the L when it actually comes down to being a smaller size and everything. We actually have Legacy Evolution. Here we go. We have another Legacy Evolution figure right over here that is Shadow Stalker, and even she actually kind of like makes him seem a lot more diminutive and everything, you know. So like, again, this is the quality that we actually got for $20 back then and everything. It is great. He actually rolls fantastically and everything like that. I'm probably not on my perforated thing right over here, but the 6 wheels over here does actually make him run and glide pretty nicely and everything. All the wheels are actually pinned. He's great. And like, not only that, but we also get this whole thing. He actually has a real working winch right over here and everything like that. Plus, you actually have all of this going and everything like that, you know? I love this figure so much. I can't tell you how much I love this figure. Let's get this guy transformed and everything, and then you can actually see what else he actually does that is amazing. Headshot! Transformation is really, really cool for this guy. I like it a lot. First off, let's bring this all the way down here. There's more goodness to come out of this soon. After that, we actually just want to bring the wheels up like this, and then we're going to come over here, and there are some definite pegs that actually kind of like peg everything into the arms. Just let me get these out, because these can actually be the one thing that actually kind of like holds its solidity pretty much and everything. So there we go. And just let me see if I can disconnect it from the legs right over here, and do the same thing on the other side. So we're actually just wiggling this out a little bit, and it looks a lot harder than it actually should be, but there we go. Got that all done. Now we're just going to bring these legs down and then connect them right in the middle juncture right there. Then we're going to extend the legs just a little bit. That's actually going to be his shin right over there. We'll actually spin this around to the wheel to actually get onto this other side and just bring that down. That's actually very cool already and everything. So there we go. And then these are his feet. Don't make fun of them. They're kind of clown feet, but it's all right. It's all right. We love our guy right here, right? And then we're actually going to bring this thing right up just like that, right onto his arms, and then bring his arms down. And then we're actually going to do the same thing on the other side right over here and bring his arm down. We're going to open up this crevice right over here, and then this is where his head is actually hidden. So there we go, and we'll seat that back right over here, and then we're just going to give this a little bit of a 90-degree spin right over here, so these wheels actually become wings on his back. And then there we are, it's MUDFLAP in robot mode, and we are just going to show you a little bit more of what this guy actually does. Just kidding, just kidding. One thing I actually did forget to do was I forgot to bring these flaps down right over here. They're actually connected in a peg called right over here, and all you have to do is post it right in when you're going back to robot mode. But there he is, there goes MUDFLAP, and he is very cool. But let me take you right into his face here. His face is awesome. Just let me bring up my camera a little bit. There we are. And he actually has really, hold on, just let me show you, really delicious light piping right over there. Like, that is really awesome. That is something that actually says activate right over there, you know what I mean? I love it, and I really love it when like a bot can actually pull off really, really cool light piping and everything. This guy actually looks like he is got heroic proportions all over him and everything. So the storyline between on him is that he's a Decepticon that became an Autobot that became a Decepticon again. When will you find goodness in your heart? You know, like this guy is actually really awesome though. I love the venting that's actually going on over here. It's not GPS. This is painted gold, baby. You know, and then all of this stuff right over here is great. His arms are actually really nicely proportioned. His whole entire bot mode is actually chunky AF and everything, and he looks great. The one thing that I actually really hate on him are these floppy feet right over here and everything. I really does kind of like they're clown shoes. You know what I mean? Let's go with the basics. Let's go with the basics there. They're clown shoes. But overall, he looks really amazing and everything, you know? Like everything about him just says quality more than anything else. Well, the elephant in the room is that he actually has these ginormous gauntlets like right on the end of his fist right over here, and kind of reminds me of like how Hulk actually used to have like when he was actually battling what was this guy's name again? I think it was Abominus and everything, and he actually took like two halves of a police car and then went out to smash Abominus and everything like that to death. You know what I mean? And that's actually what that reminds me of. Is that a testament to his strength? Probably. But aside from that, this guy is actually great. I love this so much. His articulation actually goes like this. He actually has 360 actually going right over here. This is actually done on like a mushroom peg that's actually located on the inside. You can actually look up, I guess, if you're actually using this little panel right over here and everything. You're not really going to get a whole lot or anything like that, but listen to this. Listen to how tasty this is. Ratchets, baby, ratchets. You actually have ratchets going on the inside also right over here. And let me tell you, they did not cheapen the thing out back then or anything like that with their ratchets and everything. Right over here, there is a gear that's connected right on the inside of that thing right there and everything like that. Do you see that? Do you see the quality that's actually being done there? And if I move it, hold on, let's see if we can actually see this a little bit closer. Look at that. You can probably notice the movement of that ratchet right over there. That's what you call spring-loaded ratchets right over there, and that is nice. Going on with articulation, he actually has the full range of movement right over here, but the movement actually does kind of like get distracted only by the fact that he actually has these wings right over here. He actually has ratchets right on his wrist, right on his elbows right over here. He actually has a 360 rotation right on his bicep, so that's actually really nice. He actually has slight movement right over here on his upper waist and everything like that, so that's actually always awesome. It's nice to see that. It's really nice to see that in an older figure like this, you know? You can actually go all the way up. He actually has really nice ratchets on the inside of his pelvic area right over here, so he can actually go back and about that far. He actually goes forward like about this far. He actually has ratchets right on the inside of his bleeding legs, and yes, he actually does the full kung fu movement right over here, so that's actually really nice. He has a leg right over here that can actually go like about 90 degrees, so that's actually great. Again, ratchets on the inside of these knees, and then you actually have some toe flexion and everything like that. His foot can actually spin because of transformation. He actually does come with thigh rotation right over here, so that actually makes him a really well-rounded bot and everything. Like, he doesn't do anything that I don't like and everything like that, and pretty much stands up to the figures that we actually have now. And as far as comparisons are actually concerned, let's give him the full battery of comparisons with Pipes, which is a great figure. I freaking love Pipes, but again, it's about the quality here and everything. This guy is actually great. I love this guy so much. But the quality. Moving over to Trailbreaker, and as I was saying before, look at how solid this MFer is and everything like that as compared to what we actually have over here with the hollowness that's actually really inside of Trailbreaker and everything like that. You know, I would love to like actually say that Trailbreaker actually beats him, and stylistically he does, you know? Stylistically, he's very G1, he's awesome, but at the same time, this guy actually just has that quality, even down to the thicker plastic and everything like that that's actually being used as compared to like the thinner plastic that we're actually having now and everything. Yeah, and I know that they're actually saying that like, I know that Hasbro and Takara are actually saying that like, gasoline prices on all this other jazz. Inflation is actually the thing that's actually going on here and everything like that. But the quality, guys, the quality. Let's look at Reveal the Shield Hoist over here. And he is just still a badass and everything like that. Even now, his quality and his standards actually still hold high and everything like that. Just a great bot if you can actually find one. And we actually have Road Hauler over here, or as I like to call him, Hauler. He looks great, right? He looks fantastic. I really love this design and everything like that. But again, it's all about the quality here and everything. Hollowed legs on the insides over here and everything. Hollowness going over here and everything like that. For a $35 figure, this guy is actually still cool. I love him. He's dynamic. He's expressive. I really like this figure a lot. But still yet though, this quality just wows me, you know? And again, Rodimus Primal, thank you for selling this guy to me, because like this guy is great. The price that I actually got him for was actually a steal and everything like that. So like I think I paid 85 prices for, 2005 prices for this guy and everything like that. So there we go. And you can't make me happier than that. And last but not least, Shadow Stalker here, and I really love her so much. She is just great. Her quality, I really love the quality on this one and everything. Like she's actually kind of like to me, in a way, kind of like coming back to where quality standards actually used to be. You can actually notice that by the thickness of the plastic around here, that how they actually didn't leave like anything as far as like cavities that could actually be like that could have actually been like well, aside from like up here or something like that, you know, because this is actually part of the whole transformation scheme. But she looks brilliant. She feels great in hand, and I really want to see more of this without upping the price and everything like that. Like, I kind of feel like this should have actually still been like a $15 character that in today's market and everything like that. Still, would we actually still be able to get the same quality that we're actually getting from Hasbro and Takara, and that, especially with now that things are actually kind of like happening on their side and everything like that? I'm not exactly sure what the future is actually going to hold. They actually lost a lot of money with like the Rise of the Beast movie and everything like that. I still don't know exactly how that actually happened, but I'd actually like to blame a lot on distributorship and everything more than anything else. But anyway, let's get on to weaponry, because this guy is a badass, you know? He actually has one weapon right over here where you actually just plug this missile in right over here. And there we go. And then we actually call upon the Cyberplanet key, which he actually also comes with and everything. And then when you actually install this into his arm, it actually triggers this mechanism. There we go. And it triggers this mechanism where he actually has this missile right over here. It flops on my copy and everything like that. I kind of wish that the spring were actually like a lot more loaded, or that there was a way to connect this over here to the roof and everything like that, because that would have actually been really awesome if they actually figured this out. But the one thing that this actually does do it actually fires. It is spring-loaded. Hold on, just let me, there we go. It's spring-loaded. So that was actually really great, and that actually kind of like brings us back over to a time where spring-loaded missiles were actually kind of a thing. It's kind of a mess, but hold on a second. Let me just try to see if this actually really does work, just for my own curiosity than anything else. Fire in the hole! Well, it does work and everything like that. It just seems that Shadow Stalker was like a little bit more impervious than anything else. But one other thing that this guy actually does, and just let me fix this over here, and then this actually, once you actually take out the key, that mechanism is actually just right there. It kind of like slides out, and that's what actually lets go of this placement right over here, which is actually nice. I don't really even know if I'm actually going to use it as much or anything like that, but this is what I wanted MUDFLAP for more than anything else. Yeah, there are ratchets on the inside of this also, and you actually kind of push this out like so, and then that actually releases a mechanism that's actually right over here. So once this is actually all the way in, this piece actually kind of goes up, so you can't really use the Cyberplanet key. Where to go? You can't really use the Cyberplanet key or around here or anything like that as like a way of holstering it or anything like that, which I do wish. But once you actually get it up to here, you can actually use the Cyberplanet key. Bring this out. This blade right over here is everything. Let's show you the length of this as compared to him. It is just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen, and I love it. This is actually probably like the most cutleresque blade that I've ever seen in my life. You know, I've actually seen these samurai swords that are actually like just ginormous and everything coming out of their sheath and everything like that, but this actually reminds me of like one of those type of things. Have you ever seen Kill Bill? And then there was this part where like where the swordsmith is actually making that sword for the bride and everything like that, and he actually brings it out with all pride, saying, if you actually use this sword on God, it will cut God. And that is what this reminds me of and everything like that. It's ridiculous. He is taking down the most amazing kaiju with this and everything like that. He is ready for a gigantic deal here and everything. I cannot even put this whole entire thing on camera unless I actually bring this all out like this. And in my fan fiction, he is actually taking this thing to fight Ghidorah with and everything like that, and that is just amazing to me. This sword is actually really cool. It's made out of a really soft plastic, which I don't like, but I just really like the fact that you can actually do this in the first place and everything like that, because that's amazing to me. I love that so much, and that alone actually makes this guy worth like every single penny that he was actually paid for and everything like that. I love him so much. Anyway, I'm gonna give you final thoughts on this guy in just a moment. The dude says Decepticon right over here on his gauntlet. Where is it? He says Decepticon right here, but why does he feel like an Autobot to me? You know, this guy's actually really awesome. And again, this blade actually is everything. I really love this thing. It's so freaking ridiculous, but I love this so much though. So that is my trip through nerddom for today and everything like that. I'm really happy that you guys actually got a chance to visit my nerdy side with me today and everything like that, and spend some time with me just going through this guy, MUDFLAP, who is everything, you know what I mean? Like, we had MUDFLAP from the Bay movies. That's not MUDFLAP. This is MUDFLAP, baby. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is incredible. I love everything that this guy actually does. Should you go stalking him and finding him for your own collection? It depends what kind of collector you actually are and everything like that, you know? Like, every so often I actually get into a bot that's like a little bit different from like everything else in my collection and everything like that, and every so often there's a design that actually just etches itself in my brain, and I just need to have it, and that was the case with this guy right over here. I think he's amazing. If you actually decide to collect, if you decide to like go off and go find him and everything like that and collect him for your own collection, You won't be sorry. I don't think that there's anything that you'd be sorry about collecting this guy or anything like that. He's sturdy. The sweet, sweet symphony of ratchets is actually all in here. I love this guy so much. If you actually do get him, congratulations. You are a true hooligan. If you don't, you're a true hooligan anyway. And who's gonna judge you for your taste in toys? Me? Not me. Except Bert the Stormtrooper with his love for Sideswipe there. Yeah, let's talk about that in our new panel. But that is it for me for today and everything. I really appreciate you coming with me through my troop through nerddom and geeking about this guy who I think is actually awesome. I'm really thankful that you were actually with me. And as always, as a mental health check, make sure that you're treating yourselves with love, devotion, affection, and honor. Everything that you could actually bestow upon yourselves, bestow it upon you yourself first. Then bestow it on all others. Bring unity and peace throughout the whole entire galaxy and Beverly Hills. And also send all of that love throughout the whole entire stratosphere, through the endosphere, and out to the microverse, and then bring it over to me right over here at HQ, because I could always use some myself. Make sure that you're taking care of yourselves. And as always, when these stop being magical, that's when I'll stop collecting. I'll definitely talk to you soon.